Showdown is looming in Parliament this coming week when the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee begins to look at a memorandum seeking constitutional changes proposed by President William Ruto.
While legislators loyal to the Azimio coalition have indicated by all means that they will oppose the memorandum, the Kenya Kwanza colleagues are keen in using their numerical strength to push the proposals past the standing committee and on the floor of the House for debate and passage. In a memorandum dated December 9th, 2022, addressed to the speakers of both houses of Parliament, President William Ruto proposed an amendment of a constitution enacted in 2010. The president wanted a relook into Chapter 9 of a constitution to create the office of official leader of opposition, an amendment to establish a formula that will guide the computation of the gender ratio in the National Assembly, the entrenchment of a National Government Constituency Development Fund, and the amendment of standing orders to allow cabinet secretaries participate directly in parliamentary proceedings. On Wednesday, the National Assembly began debate on the proposals before they were referred to the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, with Azimio-affiliated leaders showing no signs of let-up as they would oppose the constitutional changes.
Of the 4 issues that have been raised in the President's memorandum, 3 issues would expressly require referendum. Only one relating to the funds, especially CDF funds and the oversight fund, would not require referendum under Article 255(3).
Instead of writing memorandums to us, these are issues we can deal with. We can sit down as a country and agree that we want to go the route of constitutional amendment to introduce the official leader of opposition, to introduce cabinet secretary to come to Parliament and become members of Parliament instead of passing through the back door and escape routes.
Kenya Kwanza legislators have, however, dismissed the misgivings by their colleagues in Azimio, accusing them of reading too much and nothing.
This is not about testing water. These are issues that, according to the public, they are issues which are extremely important for the public good, and therefore must come out with somebody.
To imagine that executive operates differently from parliament, we cannot have a government or a country that is so disjointed. At some point, there must be order.
The MPs claim the constitutional changes being sought by the president will aid the smooth operation of Parliament and structure the opposition formally.
Opposition has to operate from a position of law, so that we do not have the prerogative of the harlot. Power without responsibility. And when you're given an opposition position, because there are people who voted for you, you are expected to behave in a certain way.
This country does not require people to go on the streets to do demonstrations. What it requires is structured opposition, an opposition that understands that they are part of this country, that they have to contribute in whatever manner in a constitutional way.
We have so many rulings that have been challenging the CDF. But if you look at the CDF, to our society, to our people, to the Kenyan population, everybody is looking and praying that we continue to keep on CDF because it's supporting our people. But constitutionally, there are issues that has been raised about it.
With 30 members of the Jubilee Party having pledged closer working relations with the Kenya Kwanza regime, and 9 MPs from the opposition party ODM also being seen as warming up to President Ruto, the Kenya Kwanza MPs are keen on using their numerical strength to push the changes through.
I believe myself that even the suggestion of having the cabinet to come and answer questions on the floor of the House is something that we must continuously discuss.
The issue of gender rule is extremely critical because anybody can go to court and now start having problem with the Parliament.
Is most welcome. And we shall support it in Parliament. And this is not about government and opposition. This is everybody who is here is going to support. Everybody who's in Parliament is in support of it, because we all want gender parity to be achieved. It is the Constitution that says that.